I would like to share this story with you all. A very interesting story, The Small Round Mat. In a small town in the north of England, there lived a beautiful cat with long white fur and pale blue eyes. Her owner, Mrs. Busby, loved her very much. She fed her only the best minced fish, and every morning and evening she brushed her hair until there wasn't a single knot or tangle, and it was all soft and fluffy. In fact, that was a cat's name, Fluffy. She was a very special and valuable cat. Mrs. Busby took her to cat shows all over the country, and she won many cups and certificates, which were displayed on top of the sideboards in the sitting room. Now, in the evenings, Fluffy liked nothing better than to curl up in front of the fire on the comfortable small round mat that was all her own. One rainy winter's evening, the cat and Mrs. Busby were toasting themselves nicely by the fire when they heard an extraordinary noise outside. A sort of whining groan, followed by loud scratching on the front door. Cautiously, Mrs. Busby opened it and rushed in. Well, what it was that rushed in, Fluffy couldn't quite tell. It was about twice as big as she was, with long muddy hair that dripped dirty water onto Mrs. Busby's nice clean carpet, and it didn't seem to have a front or back. Then it shook itself vigorously, sending a shower of mud right around the room, and gradually a head emerged from one end, and a drooping tail from the other. It was, Fluffy decided, quite the scruffiest dog she had ever seen. Of course, Mrs. Busby was much too kind to turn him out again in that weather, and told him he could stay for just one night. He gobbled up the bowl of scraps she put down for him. Then, with a contented sigh, he sank down onto the small round mat. Fluffy, what outrage! A dirty, wet dog lying on her mat. She circled round him, trying to find a spot she could carve to make him move. But he was curled up into such a tight ball that his head and tail had vanished again. "It's no good," said Mrs. Busby. "You will never wake him. He is tired, the dog, tired. You would better sleep on the chair." About 3 o'clock that morning, when everything was silent apart from Scruffy's snoring, a mysterious man carrying a basket forced open the window of Mrs. Busby's house. It was Cardew Carter, the wicked cat-napper, who entered houses in the dead of night and stole cats away from their owners. He had made careful enquiries about Fluffy's habits and knew she spent every night on the small round mat in front of the fire. He could just make out a shape on the floor. He opened his basket, ready to put her inside, and grabbed. Scruffy leaped up, seized the thief's trousers leg in his teeth, and hung on. The thief shook his leg frantically, but the more he struggled, the more Scruffy held on, until a policeman arrived in answer to Mrs. Busby's telephone call. Nobody claimed Scruffy, and Mrs. Busby and Fluffy were so grateful to the hero that they let him stay. The dog and the cat are best friends now, and every evening they curl up together on the small round mat. Hope you enjoyed this story. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.